Bonjour.
No. Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The Last Kingdom Season 1, Episode 2. I just watched the Episode 1. If you want to see my reaction videos about this Episode 1, I'm gonna put the links just right there. I'm glad to begin a new show. This show, for now, I'm beginning to like it. I don't know if I'm gonna love it yet, but I'm beginning to like it for several reasons. The first one is the fact that I'm comparing it to Vikings. I'm gonna try to do it less, for the rest of the season, but for the first episode, of course, I'm gonna do it. And for what I saw during the first episode, I liked the fact that it felt really real, It felt realistic, it felt rough, hard, okay, but real. You can say that Vikings, it's also a rough and hard show, but it's a lot with heroic moments, with heroic moves, with heroic lines, with big lines, big stuff like that. When during this first episode of The Last Kingdom, I had the impression that the characters were really speaking like we can speak, No, not like we can speak, but you understood what I meant with that. And also, the atmospheres of the two shows are really different. When the atmosphere of Vikings is really well done, I love it, but it's really a fabricated atmosphere. I don't know how to say it in another way, but they are changing the colors, they are putting a lot of green, blue, dark colors. Ils mettent un filtre en fait sur l'image into Vikings, when into The Last Kingdom, no, they are letting the colors like they are, and that's creating a different atmosphere. Also the costumes, and also how they are looking, the hairs and all of that. Into Vikings, we have great costumes, really great costumes, but they are really putting a lot of effort into it. It's really fabricated. We can't see that when we are looking the show because we are paying attention to the characters and to the storylines, but in fact, c'est très travaillé. Tous les costumes sont très travaillés. When into The Last Kingdom, we have great costumes also, but it's not really something that they are fabricated a lot, that they are, thinking a lot about it, in my opinion, for what I saw during the first episode. So that's why maybe I have the impression that The Last Kingdom, the environment and the atmosphere of The Last Kingdom is more realistic than the atmosphere in Vikings, which feels more like a show, which feels more like an heroic and action show than during... Maybe it's that, maybe it's the fact that Vikings, it sounds more like a show, like an action show and stuff like that, when during this first episode of The Last Kingdom, I had the impression that it was more about the facts, just the facts, what is happening, and tac, it's happening, okay, you have great musics, and okay, you have great, also, decor, I don't know how to say it in English, but it's not what they want the viewers to pay attention about. Do you understand what I mean? It's really like on the background of all of that, of what is really important. The storylines and the characters. I'm not involved into the show yet, I'm not in love with the characters yet, because I just met them, but the story can be really interesting, That boy who was meant to be the heir, the future king, and then his father was killed and he was captured by the Vikings for being a slave, but in fact he was involved into the family, and when his master, died, he was sad about that, and I think that he wants revenge, at least he wants his kingdom back, but his uncle is not ready to do that. Maybe he can use the fact that he was raised by Vikings, in fact, to say, no, you can't have your kingdom back, you're not like us anymore, you're a Viking now. Maybe it can happen like that. But yes, that can be interesting. I'm also interested by the two other characters, main characters of the show that I saw for now. It's two women, and I'm glad that it's two women. the slave one, you know, the one who is with him. And yes, her evolution can be interesting to follow because she's following him and he's want her and he wants his kingdom back. Okay, but her, maybe she doesn't want that, you know, she doesn't want to fight, she just wants to... She said it during the last episode, she just wants to find a new master and to work for him. Maybe that's enough for her, so that can be interesting to follow her and her point of view. Like, is she gonna follow him all along? I don't know, maybe that can be something. And also, of course, the daughter of his master is still alive, was captured to be married to Sven. Sven is a psychopath, you know, he's mad, he's crazy, and so with his father, they are meant to be the enemies of our guy with Earththread. I have struggled to say his name. But he has a lot of enemies for now and he doesn't have a lot of allies, so also that can be interesting because he can't find allies with Vikings because he's not a true Viking, and he can't find allies neither into the other side because he's not going to be considered as one of them maybe. So for now I don't see where he's going and how he can change that. So that's gonna be an interesting adventure to follow. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking right now and let's go for this episode 2. I think that, yes, it's gonna be the last one that I'm gonna watch today, but that's already great. So let's go for this episode. And I promise I'm gonna try to not make comparisons with Vikings. I'm not sure that I'm gonna succeed, but I'm gonna try. I really like this episode. Now that we know the characters, and now that we know also the issues of the characters of Earththread, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm gonna have to learn it, you know, but with them talking about it, with them saying it more and more, I'm gonna learn how to say it. We know his issues, and I said it during my intro, the fact that who can believe him really is not a Dane, is not an English anymore, a Saxon anymore, so who can really believe him? But right there with this episode, with the end of this episode, he proved to Alfred that he was telling the truth and that he can be a good spy, or at least someone that can advise him against the Danes. So he's gonna fight the Vikings, really fight the Vikings. Okay, he wants his land back, you know, okay. And Alfred needs him also if he wants to unite England. Okay also. But he was one of Ragnar's sons. That's weird for me to say that, you know, if I'm not talking about Vikings, but he is one of Ragnar's sons and he loved him, he embraced that culture and also the gods, I think, also his gods. So can he really go for a long time against the Vikings? We'll see about that. But really the show is going fast. I don't know how to say it in another way, but see, it's one scene, one information, one fact, we are moving on. One scene, one information, one fact, we are moving on. And moving on, moving on, moving on. In fact, we are moving fast. I mean, into the story. Like, during this episode, I had the impression that it was gonna finish with Earththread and Brida saying that, okay, we're gonna go find Alfred and tell him our story and stuff like that. Like, I thought that this episode was gonna be only about them going to Uba and Uba not believing them. That's it. But in fact, no. We made during one episode what I said, but also them going to Wessex, talking with Alfred, him going to spy to Alfred, him coming back, the battle, you know, a lot of things. I love that because we are not losing time, but it's also interrogating me about what can happen during the next episodes if they are all like that. I know that for one season we have only 8 episodes. It's long episodes, but we have only 8 episodes. So maybe it's explained by that, you know, by the fact that they have to rush some facts, some things. I love that, but I hope also that they're gonna take the time to make their characters grow, you know, and take more places, because you know how much I love shows like that which are well written, because it's a well written show. I can see that and I can appreciate that, but I love also shows which are taking the time to make their characters evolve. I really love that. I love when shows are really mixing these two things. Okay, you can move on the story, but you have also to take the time to make your characters evolve, because they are evolving with stuff which are happening to them. They are evolving. Like in life, we are impacted by what we are living, and we are changing, we are evolving. So it has to happen like that also into shows, into movies, into books. So I want to see that. And right there, I love Uhtred, and I love the fact Uhtred, I love him, and I love, you know, his strong character, and he really wants to do things. He's really active, you know, he's really doing a lot of stuff. I love that. But with all of what happened to him, I wanted more time, at least 1 or 2 scenes where he's talking about him, about his story. I mean, all of that, all of the things that happened to him into just 2 episodes, it has to be something that impacted him. Like, he lost his father, then he was embracing the Danes culture, then he lost his other father, he lost everything, and okay, he wants his land back, but that can't be the only, you know, goal of his character. That can't be the only thing that can define his character. Him wanting his land back can't be the only thing that can define his character. With his story, he has really a complicated story, so he has also to be a complicated character, you know. He has to be conflicted by that, conflicted by the fact that he's not a Saxon, he's not a Dane, but he wants to embrace all of this culture. So in my opinion, it has to be a subject into the show, because that can be an interesting subject, but it has also to be something for the character, for making him sing, for making him have feelings, and for making him also evolve. Maybe that's what I'm missing during these 2 episodes, something about feelings, you know, about pain, about stuff like that. Because of all of what they suffered, they have to have a little moment with that. We have feelings between the 2 of them, their relationship, they are sweet together, and I love her, you know, she has a big mouth, and I love women like that. I want more deep moments, you know. That discussion that he had with Alfred was the beginning of that, you know. That discussion that he had with Alfred about religion, about him being conflicted because he's not Saxon and he's not a Dane, that was something interesting. That was something that can be close to what I was talking about the characters. So I want more of that, because it's interesting, because it's interesting subject, but also because it's important for the characters. When you are building a story for shows, books or movies, when you are building a story, you don't have to think just about the story, making your story progress. You have also to think about your characters. I don't know if you are following me with that, but that's how I love my shows, my movies and my books. It's also confusing me, not confusing me, but it's surprising me and it's intriguing me, the fact that we are not on the Viking side, you know. We are used to be on the Viking side with the show Vikings, and you know that I love this show, and you know that I'm making reaction videos for this show. I was so used to have their point of view, to have their opinions, to be on their side also, you know, to rule for them. Maybe it's because of that, that to be on the other side, to understand and have the other side, that's interesting, that's disturbing me a little. And I think that the show is written also for the viewers to be on the other side, you know, to be on the Saxon side. Because the Vikings are really written to be savages, to be really cruel people. So yes, I knew that Vikings were not pure people and they were doing really bad stuff, torturing people, raping women, men, all of that, I knew that. But to see it like that, that's disturbing me a little, I have to be honest with you by seeing it. But that's really intriguing me and interesting me to have the other side, you know, to have the story of the other side, how they were working, you know, organizing, thinking. We had a little of that during Vikings, but not a lot, not anymore, you know, during the last season we didn't have it. But yes, that's intriguing me, that's interesting me to have the Saxon story, to have the English story, because I'm French, so of course in schools in French we are not learning that story, we are learning the story of our country. So I don't know the story of this country, I know some things about it, but not a lot of it, and not really that period of time. That's why maybe I'm more interested for now by the facts, you know, by the story, by what is happening, than really about the characters. But I think that the show is not helping me with that because of what I said before, because of the fact that they are not taking the time also to make their characters express their feelings, express what they are thinking, and evolve also. So yes, that's great. These two first episodes, that was a good beginning for a show. I'm not loving it yet, I can't say that, and I'm not loving the characters yet, I can't say that neither, but I'm really interested by the story on itself and the facts. So yes, I'm gonna continue this show. I think that I'm gonna make reaction videos about this show. And it's all for today. Yes, for you and for me, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.